dream. So what is it that you really want in life? I know I really wanted to travel and make money. I worked on merchant ships and I quit. Sorry, I shut my van off here. I'm in Thailand and it's warm and I don't use the resources. I like to go au naturel as much as I can. And you feel better instead of being in a confined space. So I worked on ships, traveled the world, 46 countries, traveling around the world on pretty big merchant ships. And I discovered, my focus was always on the horizon. What's next? And sometimes there wasn't anything but the open sea for days, maybe for weeks. And there was a lot of magic that took place in that nothingness. I found a lot of centeredness that a lot of people, they search, you see it, mindfulness, this, that, and the bottom line is, since I was a kid, I've had a boat. I've gone into the ocean by myself, and a bit of an outcast. But that's what really fit my gut. And sometimes I didn't feel good in the crowds and the people and all that. And over the years, I got over it. But I had to live. No matter what my comfort level was, I had to learn to be comfortable, to live into the things that I loved to do. And I loved freedom. I loved the open ocean, the dreaming of what's beyond the horizon. And I went for it. And I built companies around the world over the years. And I've closed some companies. There's the ups and the downs, and I've kept my company going for 35 years, the main company. And I've learned a lot. I've learned an awful lot. Not always awful, but challenging. And the one thing is that keeps us in the game is we just keep going. We keep going. It's all about solutions. It's not anything to do with like the problem, right? So we get challenges every day. And what we must do, I found, to have a really good life, fulfilling life, rich life, and financially rewarding. And I fit. I stay fit wherever I go in the world. I stay fit. I found little programs. I've watched people that did things that I liked, and all I did was repeat what they did. Way back in 1987, here in Thailand, in Bangkok, there's a park called Lumpini Park. I would go there every morning and row. There were rowboats in the park, and it's a big lake for a city. And I would go get my row in, and then I saw this one girl who was she was in the university. I had a few years on her, and I watched her. She was really fit, and she did these three moves. One was simply bending over and touching the ground with your hands. The other was kicking way up like 6 feet into the air. And I modeled those. And then she did a twisting, which did tight your stomach. And you can do those anywhere. I do them on the plane. I do them wherever I traveled. I still do them 30 years later, more, because effective, simple, easy. So many people, they complicate life. And I like the simple road. Beautiful sunshine, beautiful sunrise and a sunset, and the moon in the sky and the stars and the breeze and the birds and wildlife. And I still like a city buzz, but not very long. I am not that kind of guy. I'm the adventurer, the mountain man, the ocean man. And what are you? That's what the question is. Have you lived truly into your life where you feel fulfilled? There's so many things out there to make money. Make money, make money, make money, make money. You got a pile of money in the bank. And I've read a lot of articles about traders. I have a commodity trading license, a Series 3, but I I traded for my business. I traded Forex and currencies. I've got into lumber, a bunch of other different things, but mostly precious metals and currency exchange, the US dollar. And I've made a lot of money there too, and I've lost plenty. But the it was the fun of the trading. And the thing I saw in New York, and I read about some of the people that, they would go and make a pile of money, and they got that money, and that's all they got. And they didn't have much life, and they weren't happy, in some cases, misleading people. And it wasn't to their core rewarding, fulfilling. Tons of money, tons and tons of money, but no life. And this is what the total life freedom method is. That I just went for what it is that I wanted to do, money or no money. I found the money. I did what it is that I needed to do. And I always looked out beyond my mind, what I could just contain and what is in the moment. Okay, I always look beyond. So hence I got a little stamp. I put a stamp as visionary because I always have a vision beyond what is here right in front of me. But I live in the now moment opportunity, but I also am propelled. I'm fueled by what I don't know. What are possibilities? I know you may be fueled, but are you taking the action to go after what really resonates with your core? That's the trick. That's the trick for the reward. I mean, you can read a lot of stories. Work, 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 work. What happened to the family when I was growing up? I mean, when I was at home and I wasn't out traveling for 3 weeks and came back, it was quality time, morning, noon, and night. So my family went with me around the world, journeys, discoveries. My daughter flew around the world when she was 6 months old. And I mean, it just so when I look back, I love what I've done, and the question I'm asking you: do you love what you're doing with your life? Is it fulfilling? Is it rich? And maybe you don't want to travel. Maybe you want to stay home and have a rich life that way. But what is it? Are you doing it? So this program may not be for you if that's what you want to do. I discovered fairs and festivals and events, and we all have been to a festival or a fair someplace in our hometown or across the state or across the country. And some of us maybe have even sold in some fairs, festivals, and events. And what I have is a tool, the Total Life Freedom Program, the method, how to do this. And what do you get? Well, because when you go to a fair and a festival, you have to bend and twist. If you're a vendor, you have to reach out, get money. You have to put, in our case, more jewelry up. And if you don't sell jewelry, I'm still here to help. If you're selling something else, but I know the reason I started out when I quit the ships, I became a gemologist and I went into trading gemstones for a very short time in the late 80s. And there was a financial crisis. And I learned very quickly that I wasn't going to make money there and that there was a huge learning curve. And it was too much work. I wasn't that passionate about gemstones. It seemed like a great idea, but I'm a gemologist 3 times over because I wanted to learn. I wanted to know about, and I discovered into the world. And my number one passion, gemstones are fascinating. What you can do, the light, the color, the beauty, the scintillations, where they come from, and how they are unearthed, and how they're made. through nature, and probably millions and billions of years. And I mean, the journey, the discovery of that was fascinating. So I went to the UK and studied in Thailand, the United States, Belgium. So I just, when I go into something, I just dive into it and get fully immersed and move on. And so that didn't work. And it was like, oh my God. And I didn't go there. I just said, okay. I sold some jewelry in 1985, and I know in Cape May, New Jersey, these people like really loved it. So I thought back, okay, well, I can't have pocketfuls, just little bags of gemstones. I'll have to have something a little larger. It was more liquid. It was a faster sale. And so that's why I did it. So I had two large bags and I put jewelry in sports bags. Why? Safety. Nobody knows you're selling jewelry. You got a couple of sports bags. I think you're going to the gym and you got a lot of gear. Okay. And then it became, I had a cart on wheels when today they have suitcases with wheels on them. So I've used those too at shows, fairs, festivals. It's so easy. You can actually put a business in a suitcase, a business in a bag. You can make it that small. You can have rings only and put a bunch of ring trays in there and just set up some tables and put out those ring trays. You could have some nicer looking ones, but at Peter Stone, we don't go for the lower end market. We're going to the middle market. People appreciate good quality. And that's what's going to get you, should you decide to go for a life of freedom, fitness, finance, fun, friends. That's what's packed up, because you travel the country. You can travel the world, a little more challenging, but you can travel the country, whatever country you live in a van, in a SUV, station wagon. I see some cool things that people have done to cars, SUVs and vans. But you can do whatever you want. That's the thing, is you can have a little trailer. There's some really cool little self-contained trailers to live in. And you can put your jewelry in there and you go to fairs, you meet people, you travel the country. I don't know anyone who doesn't like to travel, unless they get car sick. That'll be it, air sick. And even at that, because they love it so much, they'll just overcome it. And that's not the issue. So the issue is, do you prefer to sit on a computer 12 to 18 hours a day, every day, in a confined space? I mean, I know we can go to the beaches and work on computers and make money that way. However, you can still go to fairs, festivals, and events. You get set up. A couple of tables, folding tables, fit in your car. I know. I did it. And the last show I did was in February in Florida, an RV show. I was testing the waters in Jacksonville, Florida. And I had it all packed in there. I drove up to the door. I took it out, 2 loads. I had everything in there set up in a matter of 4 or 5 hours. Very simple, but I had banners and everything. So I was doing a wholesale and a retail side of the business, not just retail, which is simpler. Just set up your stand with some beautiful jewelry displays, put them in a box, take them out of the box, ready to go. Put them in a box at your home or in your car or in your place of business. And when you get to the fair, you pop them out, ready to go, turnkey, make money, meeting new people, and new experiences. And you can pick. I mean, there's like 38,000 fairs and festivals and events around the United States. And whatever your passion is, Peter Stone has 43 niche markets. If we don't have what you love to do, you can test them all and see what works, because it's not necessarily always about your passion. Maybe your passion is traveling, like mine was, and the sea. But I didn't make any sea life jewelry for 10 years. I didn't focus on that. I did a little bit because I went to resort areas and sold jewelry. I figured, let me get paid for traveling, going to resorts up and down the East Coast, up and down the West Coast, and sell my jewelry to them as a wholesaler, or go to the fairs and festivals in those areas, all the way from Key West, Florida, up to Maine, and have fun and get out. I mean, there's a lot of people that are like, okay, they got a job, they're working, and then, well, this thing showed up in 2020. Curveballs came in people's lives about, when they were going to stop doing business, how they're doing business. They worked in the office, they liked the office. Excuse me. And now they can't go in the office. They have to work from home. And now they don't want to stay in their home 24 hours a day. They want to get out and do something, seeing people and being social, right? It's about connecting with people. It really is important to connect with people. And we need to be uplifted by the human spirit. I know some human spirit in the day is not the most positive. So you want to be with the people. That's the whole idea, is that the workplace has become a little bit challenging, because if you don't believe in what the company believes in, now you're an outcast and you can't have your freedom. So that's even more reason to get out and travel and really find the people that you vibe with, and make life and keep life joyful, fun, and full of freedom, when in this day, people are trying to steal your freedoms and tell you what you should believe and how you should believe it. America, I know firsthand. I don't care what there's a bunch of idiots out online. There's a bunch of idiots in the government. And there's a bunch of idiots writing books, articles, and social media that want you to believe some things that are not true. And people are good at the core. Having been to over 101 countries, I've had very few challenges, and none that I couldn't handle. All around the world, I'm talking about, I went to West Africa, I got off the ship back in the day of party, and I got on a motorcycle with a driver I never met, never knew. I said, okay, let's go out in the village in Africa. I want to go to a restaurant, eat, and sit and drink a beer with the locals and see how they live at the core. See who these people are. I've done this in South America, all over Africa, in Europe, the Northern Africa, Northern Europe, the United States, Asia, all over. Then I continued when I was flying with my jewelry business, meeting people. At the core, people are good. At the core, some people are pretty greedy. And so you got to be careful of that. Congruency is key. So make sure the messenger that you're listening to has got a background and a track record to be able to support you. And that what they're talking about isn't out of somebody else's book. It's out of their own life book. And when I bring my experiences of the people I've met and the experiences I've had. And yeah, some people are not as nice. It's because of their upbringing. At the core, all people are good. And it's how their culture around them, how the fear is built into them, which is very concerning today, that we're teaching people that America is not a good place. Are you kidding me? I've been to 101 countries. I will tell you. I mean, I don't even have to tell you. If it's not obvious that people have been streaming in to the United States of America for centuries, there's a reason. If it wasn't great and it wasn't better and there wasn't opportunity, why would they do it? I mean, a little bit of common sense. But there's all these people writing all this stuff, trying to tell you that it's one of the worst countries in the world. Really? Well, maybe it is. It's getting there because of our government and our Congress and some of the people that are running the country today. Maybe it is going to be the worst country in the world, but it wasn't just a year, 2 years, 10 years ago. And you and me, we need to get out there and lift our spirits. And one way of not, going down a hole and being told that, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that, is get out there and do it and be the person who does it and doesn't say, oh, well, you're telling me I got to do this. That's not being free. That's not freedom. And this program is all about freedom. So you got to get your mindset right. Or if you don't, you will, I can promise you, you won't be a happy camper unless you really like taking orders from people all the time, told what to do, what to eat. Matter of fact, what to eat, where you can go, how you can shop, what you can buy, and what kind of car you can drive, how far you can drive, how far you can fly, the new rules. And if you really love rules, I guess that's good for you, but those belong in another country, okay? That's not what we have written down in a little book that says we have a life, we have freedom, and the Total Life Freedom Program is all about making the money that you want and living the life that you want. So to get more information, you really want to click on the link and subscribe and follow me and follow our program. We have a platform launching next month called the Peter Stone Jewelry Institute. It's not about how to make jewelry. I tried to make jewelry way back in 1986 in Key West, Florida, at the Florida Keys College. And I didn't have the patience. Someone says there's a captain's job on a 15-foot boat. Do you want to take it? And I'm like, yeah, I can sit there and make jewelry, but my team does. And they're excellent at it. And I'm not, but I'm excellent at orchestrating, designing, creating, helping people build businesses. I've helped people all around the world actually generate ultimately over $400 million in their businesses. Collectively, Peter Stone has helped a lot of people make money, buy houses, buy cars, support their family. We're not a fast money online Chinese, somebody that I'm just telling you, I've been there. I've done shows in China, bring a little money out of it, but that place is crumbling bad right now. And India, there's challenges and there's shortcuts that you don't want to know about. And a lot of the Thai companies do a lot of shortcuts, and their jewelry is not as nice as it can be. So why did I start a company? To give you the very best, beautiful piece of jewelry and investment in a precious metal. And now the price of silver is going down. And we have a program that you invest in that. If you have shirts or candles or something, they go out of style. The best you can do with the candles is light up your house for the next 30 years. If they go out of style or they're not popular any longer. And shirts, t-shirts that might go out of style, if you're selling clothing. If they did go out of style, you have a polish cloth for your car or something. You can't get much money back on your initial investment. But in jewelry, with guaranteed sterling silver and gold jewelry, you've got a precious metal. So you're investing in two things: beautiful jewelry, precious metals. And when the precious metals went way up in 2008, 9, 10, and 11, I made money on all of my stock, my inventory, huge money, just because the silver price went up so high. But then it came back down. So I sold when it was high. I mean, that's simple trading. So I don't want to go down too deep a hole here, but the whole point is that there's so many upsides to jewelry: small, compact, valuable, beautiful. But you want to make sure you get something that's unique and different and gets people to come back. So I'll tell you one little story. When the price of silver went really high, people thought, I mean, I did my very best to stay in the business. It was big struggle. We went from 165 people to 60 people back in 2008, 2009. A lot of people remember how challenging times were then, but we stayed through business, even though people weren't buying a lot of jewelry at triple the price. So we were positioned in such a way that we got through all that. And then some of our customers thought, oh my God, Peter, the price is so high. I can get it in Thailand much cheaper. And I just chuckled. I know, I'm in Thailand. I know what you can get. Unreliable, cheap stuff. And when you get it in the box, you'll be very surprised. It's lightweight. So people will ask, oh, is your jewelry like? No, it's not. It's beautiful. So that's why I made it. And they went out, and they had been long-term customers of Peter Stone, some for like 8 years, another one for 10 years. And they went out and thought they were going to get something that looked like what we had. And they did. And they got it cheaper. And the whole thing about business is, especially e-commerce, when you buy something, you don't buy it to save money. You buy it to make money. So many people got this formula backwards. I mean, I have risked and risked and risked and risked and risked and always gone for the best. And all that risk has paid off because we're still here with the best jewelry, some of the best jewelry in the world at an amazing value. That's Peter Stone. Solid. We have a company. You can come here anytime you want into Thailand, the United States. Our company's there. And so we stand behind everything about us. You can see all the videos you want. Come into where we are, what we do. You can see who we are, transparent. You go to some other online and it's about the price. You're here to make money, not to save money. I tell people, if you want to save money, close your business, get a card table, go to the sidewalk, sell all your jewelry, get your money, put it in the bank where it won't be safe very long. But put it in the bank if you want to save it. I say, if you want to make money, invest. Buy the best value. You don't have to buy the highest price. You have to buy the best value. You look at it. Is it beautiful? Yes. You look at it. Is it feel like jewelry? Yes. Does it come from a reliable source? Does it have a certificate of authenticity that tells you this jewelry is tested every 90 days to make sure the quality is consistent and has been done so for over 20 years? That's the Peter Stone 5-star promise and the Peter Stone difference. And we have a team here that will serve you like you've never been served before from an online company. Now we're online. I used to go door to door in the beginning, and we have reps that still do. But for the fairs, festivals, and events, you can order online. You can have we can have a rep come see you. Give us a call. You can have a call with me. But in our packages, that's where the gold is. That's where the gold is. I put together like a low-end package for a starter, a mid-sized package for someone who knows and has done fairs and festivals or knows about selling. And this takes them to the next level because I give training. There's free jewelry designs you get. There's a lot of marketing material, free images, dropship marketing program, the gold program. It's all included. And it's a huge value. You get like 300% the value of your cost. And at the end of the day, if you say, well, didn't work out, whatever the reason, you end up with a bunch of precious metal that's gonna go up soon. And now you've got an investment in the precious metal. if at the end of the day, it's not like an MLM thing or anything like that, you got nothing but a closet full of product that you wish you never bought. In this case, you're grateful you bought it because you can turn that precious metal into cash whenever you need it. And the upside of doing this is huge. I just know firsthand. But some people really want to be at the desk all day and they just love being on the computer. And for me, no. So let me just lay this out. So there's a high-end package that is around 30,000. But you get I make you a $5,000 free, your own jewelry line collection, your brand, your name, 18 designs. It's in the package. And you get the drop shipping marketing tool. You get the gold program. I'm going to go into them next month, but I want you to know at any level, if you've been selling jewelry and your jewelry store is not doing what it used to do, online is very challenging. And fairs, festivals, and events, you're still face to face, smiling, feeling people, talking to people. The spirit is there. You sell more. People go to fairs and festivals in a compressed weekend or several days into the week, and they come with excitement and fun, with a festive attitude, and a pocket full of money or a card full of money or a phone full of money, and they want to give it to you. They want to buy some stuff and give it to themselves because they've been locked up for, some people just haven't been out, and people are out at fairs and festivals and they're rocking. Some are closed, but there's a lot out there that are open. Small, medium, large. They don't have to be a big, giant fair and festival for you to make $1,000 in a day. I mean, some people just want something on the side, a business, and make a business on the road so their travel expenses become a business expense. Legitimate, you got to talk to your accountant. So I've been at this for over 30 minutes. Not my intention, but I have all this. This is valuable information. If you are looking, you don't know what to do, there's so many programs online. You're going to sell some stuff online that has nothing to it, but it's a marketing program. You're going to inspire somebody to do something, but here you've got a physical investment, and you can still. So in the 43 niche markets, what I love about the jewelry lines I've created is that it's jewelry with a message, right? This jewelry, I have a whole entire jewelry recovery line, okay? There is a line of jewelry for LGBT. I mean, it's just a rainbow jewelry of line. We've had it since 1998, a rainbow jewelry of line, honoring whatever lifestyle you got, doesn't matter. And helping people with recovery. Remember, don't pick up that drink, don't pick up that drug. And the archangels too. The angels, my general manager and accountant always used to come in on the day before payday, huge payroll. And there was not enough money in the bank. And they'd walk, they're going to do a deposit from the mail today. They go, Peter, I can't believe it. You've got angels. The angels are with you all the time. It's because when you set forth a positive intention, that is, I see it as clear as day, both of them. I mean, the accountant, she was a little rough type of a lady, maybe a little edgy, older lady, and she didn't put a smile on. She was like a little gruff, but the general manager was like just this big beaming, like, we did it again. Yeah. And so we have a whole archangels line of jewelry and symbols that are uplifting, not just shiny bits of jewelry. That's nice. That's nice. Glitzy glitter, right? And that's okay, but that's not Peter Stone. Peter Stone's got his jewelry with a message, with a passion. Equestrian jewelry, nautical, sea life, people who have a real interest in life, their passions flow through the designs of the jewelry. Their message flows through the jewelry design and the energy of the jewelry. And when they wear it, you're helping them, you're uplifting them. So it's not this really goes deep into a whole life, like WHOLE, a whole life experience. And that's why I kept on. Someone would come with an idea, and I'd say, "Yeah, that's really cool." Like good luck jewelry, right? Irish shamrock jewelry, and good luck coins. I'm an amazing good luck generator. There's a pendant we made for a woman, and she said, "Peter, please share it. Peace, love, transition, living a new life." I mean, some key words that she put in there. And just the list goes on. Please discover it at www.peterstone.com. Look out, sign up, and get on our email list. There'll be some links here. You can click in and join the Peter Stone Jewelry Institute and the Peter Stone Total Life Freedom Program and learn the method that that I love so much, that has made my life free life. I mean, if I told you everything, I'm not going to bore you with it. But that'll be in the books. Don't worry. Make your life a journey. I call mine the Peter Stone Jewelry Journey. I've met so many people, and here we are. And thank you for joining. Click on the link. I look forward to connecting with you, moving in through the last quarter of 2021 and getting a jump on 2022. I really can help you at any level. If you're already in business, I can double and triple your sales with some of the methods I have. And that's how we stayed in business for 35 years, all about the solution. Every 2.5 years, 3 years, I come up with a knock it out of the park that makes businesses flourish. It's Peter Stone saying thanks. I'll see you on Tuesday next week. Same time, between 9:30, 9:45, and depends on the weather. We're here for you. Thanks.